It is gift giving season, and I'm so excited about the many different items that I'm going to be able to gift this year. The way I'm going to start is with a Christmas gift planner. If you are interested in a planner and you drop gift in the comments, I will make sure to get you a copy of the gift planner. From there, I'm going to put down who am I gifting, what am I wanting to gift, and go from there. One of the things that I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to be giving homemade gifts. And one thing, I love to bake. And so when I bake, I am using homemade vanilla. Homemade vanilla is very easy to make. You can, you just need some alcohol. I've got two different kinds. We'll talk about the different kinds. And vanilla beans. I got my vanilla beans on Amazon. So you want a grade A vanilla bean because it gives a little bit of extra flavor. You also are going to want a jar to put it in. So a couple of different things that you can do. I have an 8-ounce jar right here. I ordered this kit on Amazon. So this kit came with the jar. It has labels for each jar and some decorative rope that I can tie it on. The other thing that you can do is you can get canning jars. So here I have another, this is your 8-ounce canning jar here. So we've got 4 ounces, 6 ounces, and that would be 8 ounces up to the very top. We're gonna say give or take a few ounces as you put it in. You may not want to fill it all the way up to the top. We have this one, 4, 8, 12, again 16, that's to the top of our jar. What you would do with those is you're just going to take your lid, put it underneath there. You have your ring to put it on top of there, screw it on tightly. You can put a cute label on the top that tells what it is, tie a cute ribbon on it, and you have your jars that way for both of them. When I'm making this for myself, I put it in a large container. For example, like you saw here, I actually still have 2 of these right here. This one has my old vanilla beans because there's still probably some flavor that's left in it. I just stuck it in here instead of throwing it away. Here's this one here. You can see kind of those the differences in colors. When I made this, I made 3 jars like this out of 1 bottle of vodka. And with this, you can get this at, I got the Costco version, their brand of it. You can use Sam's, you can use whatever you want. The other thing I'm going to do this year is I'm also going to make some with a whiskey, and this gives it a deeper flavor. So if you are making something that you want to have that richer flavor, whether it be like my chocolate chip cookies or a pumpkin bread or anything like that, you can use this. If you want a lighter vanilla flavor, use it with the vodka. So when I'm making this, I'm going to put them in 2 different jars this time for myself. And I'm going to do this one with the vodka. This I'm going to end up pouring into other jars to give away. My wider mouth jar, because it's easier to get into, like my spoon, this is going to be with my whiskey. And the way that we do that is for about every 2 ounces, you're going to put 1 vanilla bean. This has 50 vanilla beans in it. And I'm just going to cut the top off to kind of get it open. And then I will put this in an airtight container. So when I open this up, I'm going to take out my vanilla bean. There we go. And I'm going to cut the end off. You don't have to completely cut the end off. But the other thing I'm going to do is I am going to slice it down the middle. And by slicing it down the middle, that opens up my bean pod. So I'm going to put this in here. That opens up my bean pod so that it allows the flavor to get in. So I'm going to do this and fill this, since this, we know, is our larger. We've got 16, 32. I could put 16 in here. I can let it sit a little bit longer. as it goes through. So one for every 2-3 ounces, I can take from here and put some of those in there to keep giving the extra flavor. So this is what it would look like. This particular thing came with a fun little funnel like this. I'm going to use, now I'm going to make sure that I keep my jar. I'm actually going to keep this jar. I'm going to use this one because I want to make sure that I have vanilla for me to use. It would be very sad to put it all into a different container where I'm giving it away at this point. So I am going to open this up. Going to get me a ladle. So I will pour a little bit in here to have just a little bit more control. And then pour it gently in the container. Now that was not very pretty because I'm on camera. You can see that got me up to about here. I'm actually going to take this bean pod and I will put it in here. Since I already have vanilla that is made, I am just putting that one bean pod that's in there. I do think it will be easier for me to hold and pour than to do the other. Just go very slowly. We don't want to lose any of our lovely vanilla. This will end up giving me an extra couple of containers that I can use for making my own. As we see. So this will give a person a gift, a long-lasting gift of vanilla. I will probably go ahead and put a second one of these bean pods in here. If I was using one from here, I used a brand new bean pod, so I'm going to leave that one along that line. I'm going to take this, put the lid on it, clean it up, put my sticker on it. There we go. We have a nice, they can see the vanilla bean in there. Put the sticker on it. I will store this, especially as I'm making it, but I always store it in a, not cool, I mean mine would be the room temperature of my house, but in a dark area so that it allows it to process through. So there you go. You have a couple of gift ideas. If you want the recipe for what I just did or any of the links, put that in the chat or in the comments. You can message recipe for the recipe or items in, if you're wanting the items, or you can put all of it. You can put planner, recipe, links. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday.